get divorced. I mean, think about how many of them just stayed together because of the kids or because of the money.
Yeah, I don't
So
want to do
they're
that.
probably not even happy. So it's like, why even?
I don't want to do that to my kids' divorce.
But your kids probably would prefer it if mommy and daddy are fighting every day.
Well, I
I
just don't want.
considered that when I got divorced. Is I did consider getting that done before. I mean that sped it up because I didn't want my daughter to remember that shit.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Also, I didn't want to go to prison for murdering her
What happened between you two?
mom. She got pregnant, and we. I mean, we didn't integrate into the real world cohesively, if that makes sense. I started adulting, and she didn't.
Mm,
Because we met when I was in college. I was 20, I think.
um. So what? She was just immature, and you just dumped her or something.
She was recently moved to Kansas City from Florida, where she had worked as a model and Hard Rock, and she worked poolside at the Hard Rock Cafe. And we met over Jägermeister and cocaine, and that's just not the kind of person I want to date forever. I did want to fuck her. I did fuck her. She got pregnant. You know, she was a blast to party with. We got along well that way. But then when it was moving into, okay, we've got a kid, we're doing this, that. Yeah, no, I didn't want to do that.
Did you just like? I don't see how someone can just fuck another person without protection and just be like, well, if she has pregnant, fuck
Well,
it.
we were dating.
Oh,
We were together for 2 years before she got pregnant.
oh,
But we were together in college, which is kind of a artificial environment. I mean, we were partying and playing and fun, and then the transition to adulting didn't go well.
I feel that. I feel
No,
that.
you
No,
have no idea what I'm talking about.
well, listen, I feel that because I basically, well,
There are people that you could get along with really easily right now, but then if you started sharing a bank account, a house, and a baby with them,
yeah, and I don't care about that. The thing is, I don't care about that shit right now in my life because I feel like a person who can be self-sufficient easily as an adult. So I'm looking for someone who I connect with emotionally or whatever, which doesn't necessarily mean they'd be good at like sharing my bank account and shit, you know?
But if they are bad at sharing your bank account, then it becomes. I mean, my ex-wife took out credit cards in my name,
I mean, I'm not going to give the fucking keys to my fucking bank account to my wife.
and I did not, which is why I've still got good credit.
Yeah, I have good credit, man. I'm trying to keep it that way. I have like good ass credit. I'm trying to fucking keep it that way so I can get some loans on real estate when I fucking get my license. I think as a thinking type, I think generally thinking types, maybe not NTPs, but I definitely feel like ST, they have the sensing and the thinking. They can just fucking
STs are practical.
yeah,
You're going to have those problems.
yeah, we can just get by in life without really any trouble. Like
Right.
the practical parts, the hard parts of the NF stuff, like feeling connected to people and shit.
I'm not sure what type my ex-wife is, but she's for sure got extroverted feeling.
Was she an extrovert? You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's a model and a hostess and she'd like host events like car races and shit with a little microphone and the king walking around. Welcome to the blah 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 blah.
Maybe ESFJ, ENFJ. I don't know. Yeah, practical stuff is all you need, but not in terms of mental health. Like you can get by in life. You can get by in life and live and survive. But what's the point of living if you're just like fucking surviving?
I bet you do not end up with an ST type.
Oh, of course not. I would never lower myself to that standard of just going. I don't
Well,
want.
wait, weren't you just saying that would be? You wouldn't have the bank account problems. It'd be.
Dude, I am the ST type. I don't need an ST. I would be the one who's in control of the bank account while my ENFJ.
Oh, right. Okay, try arguing to. I think she was an ESFP. But I'm not positive on that. But try telling an ESFP why you should have the bank account.
I wouldn't argue with
logic. Use logic. They love it.
Dude, ESFPs fucking hate logic.
Oh no, they're crank them up on some speed, and then explain to them why you're better at it.
I actually think ESFPs might be better at it than I am. They have SE and TE. They're pretty good at that type of stuff, to be honest.
No, they're not. At what, bank accounts?
At practical shit. My mom's always like taking care of the planning for like.
Well, maybe she's not an ESFP, but I do know one thing that Bare Minerals, her brand of makeup, which is super fucking expensive, and Fiji water and Starbucks coffee came before all else.
Yeah.
Her beverage habit each day was like $35.
The worst part is that ESFPs are very hard to convince to change their lifestyle.
Well, I did not.
My mom's an ESFP and she didn't update her iOS.
Yeah, and those are the drinks that don't even get you drunk.
Yeah, those are just the drinks to survive.
So she was getting like a venti like frappuccino like 3 times a day or something, or 4 times.
She only drank Fiji water.
Oh, right, I forgot that counts as a beverage.
Fiji water and Smart Water. She also would either drink Red Bull, that she'd buy one at a time from a gas station, of course, or even though she'd drink several of them, or she would drink a white mocha something, white mocha frappuccino, white chocolate mocha with 3 shots of espresso.
Do you want how much sugar is in that? I used to work there. There's like a shit ton of like that syrup stuff. Like people are gross. I don't know.
I drank it one time to see what she was getting all wet about, and it wasn't that great.
It's too sweet, right? It's gross.
Well, no, when you have the 3rd shot in there,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It dulls it out. So,
can you believe people ask for extra pumps of syrup?
People are gross.
And whipped cream infused, and instead of 2% milk, they want half and half.
Here's a cheesecake.
Yeah, like these are already obese people. They just have like a food addiction. And I'm like, well, here you go. Here's your drug. I'm like,
it's like the people who come into Applebee's and get like 2 meals and an appetizer and dessert and a Diet Coke,
and they're alone.
Like, bitch, this is not helping your way at all.
I mean, I get it. I guess it's just like any other drug. You know, you don't judge people at a bar. Okay, I do that, but
you judge everybody. I judge everybody.
Judges everyone.
But I mean, I get how someone could end up that way, but it's like, damn. I don't know.
No impulse control. That was if I have to be the non-impulsive person we're in trouble. That is not a slot I like to fill in my life.
No, it's probably the sugar.
Well, 3:52. I have to wake up at 9.
Speaking of Adderall and cocaine,
Oh, it means you have 8 minutes.
I have 8 minutes to get exactly 5 hours of sleep.
I can't believe it's already that late. Fuck you guys.
He just left. Fucking bro, dude. What a fucking bro.
He was secretly here for you and was waiting. He's like, well, he's gonna leave anyways, so I may as well go now.
I fucking love Taylor. He's a real person. I was gonna say real N-word, but I feel really weird saying the N-word as a white male. I just say it very whitishly.
Even if you can win the argument against like PC whatever, like it's still just a good idea probably to not say it.
I don't give a fuck if people use that word, but when I say it, it just I have a really tough time with the hard R, and it just sounds like fucking white, just plantation owner, and I can't get myself to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely gotta say that this is what happens when I build up my TI for too long, is I have these FE episodes where I stay up till like 4 a.m. talking to people. I need to find a balance in my life, man.
Balance is an interesting concept.
It is, because even balancing has to be balanced. Sometimes you can't balance things. Am I right, INFT? Am I right?
There's like an Andrew Bird lyric, the wise Andrew Bird, where it's like moderation itself is a kind of extreme. And I've seen people be like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of gross. Kind of grosser than like being a straight up like meth addict or something.
Meth addicts have just thrown their life away, and that takes a lot of courage.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's a lot easier to live your life just in a mundane existence than to be fucking addicted to something like that.
Yeah.
You're probably sexual instinct, aren't you?
SXSP.
Yeah, I can see that. Well,
You're SPSO?
I don't think so. I'm not sure what I am. I think maybe I'm SXSP or some shit, just because I think I can really connect to people on like a one-to-one fucking level or some bullshit like that. I don't even know.
Yeah, instinctual variants are hard to pin down.
The thing I heard from someone is that your first instinct is your main drive in life, and your second instinct is the thing you can sort of take care of fine. So under that theory, I'm an SXSP because I don't really think much about my self-preservation. I think I have that locked down. Get a job, get a room. Fine.
Yeah, there's like a distinctly different vibe from the people, at least the fives I know, who are SP, SX.
What do
like
you for me?
Susie, Spacey. Like, I don't know, for some reason they're different than like me and you, and I can't remember who else I'm thinking of, but yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. There's like an edge to us, I guess, if I'm SX dominant.